Dana Harris, the young math guru here again, and I'm trying to make math cool again. So, we're continuing talking about third grade mathematics, and we're on the topic of fractions. Now, I've been covering some major points on the Common Core curriculum and what the students are required to learn in regards to fractions, because fractions is something that a lot of people can't stand, and I'm trying to make it easier. So, this time we're going to talk about representing special cases. And so the first special case we're going to talk about is representing whole numbers. Okay, so if I have, let's do a different shape this time. We're going to do triangles. Okay, so I have 3 triangles. And once again, we're going to pretend that they're all the same size because I'm not a machine and I can't draw them all the same size free-handed. So I have 3 triangles now, or treat triangles. Gotcha. So even if I break these triangles into, let's say, let's break them into halves. So that's 1/2, 1/2. Okay. All right. So I have 1/2, 1/2, 1/2, 1/2. Right. Now I've got to color them in. So boom, 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 and boom. So how many, if I have this entire thing shaded in, that's 1 whole. So I have 1 whole, 1 whole, and 1 whole, which gives me tree. Now, we have 1 whole piece. Now remember, we told you in the previous videos that the bottom is the total number of pieces, okay? So in actuality, in this case, I have 1 whole triangles. And in this case, so this is 2 out of 2, 2 out of 2, and 2 out of 2. But as you can see, when I have 2 out of 2 pieces shaded in, that represents 1 whole. So if I have 2 out of 2 shaded here, that's 1 whole. 2 out of 2 shaded here, 1 whole. And this third one, so I have the fraction tree over 1. Okay? So the simplest way to talk about that is anytime you talk about a whole number, I simply say place it over 1. Okay? So if I have the number 7 and I want to write it as a fraction, just place it over 1. So 7 is the same thing as saying 7 over 1. Okay? Now, I wanted you to see a visual representation of it, but no matter what the whole number is, if I want to make it a fraction, I simply put a 1 in the denominator. It's that simple. That simple. Okay? All right, so let's go on to something else. Now, I talked about this right here, and another thing that to make this kind of hopefully simpler for you all out there, the other thing is whenever we have the same number, let's say if I have this, let's do a rectangle again, okay? And we're gonna break it into 4 pieces, okay? So I have 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, and 1/4. Now if I shade all of these in, I have 4 1/4 pieces shaded in, okay? So 4 out of 4. Guess what? I'm gonna give you a little tip. They don't tell you this in 3rd grade, but a fraction bar represents division. And anytime you have a number divided by itself, it equals 1. So if I have 4 1/4 pieces shaded in, it equals 1. All right? So no matter what the size of the fraction is, let's do the circle again, okay? And let's go 1, 2, 3. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so 1/8, 1/8, 1/8. And I'm not going to do all of these, but I will do half of them. So all 8 of these are 1/8 size pieces, okay? But if I take this and I shade in all 8 of them, then guess what? I have 8 1/8 size pieces shaded in, and anytime you have the numerator and the denominator the same, you're going to get uno, okay? So that is how you write whole numbers as a fraction, okay? The other thing we want to talk about, I'm going to do this in a separate video, but we want to talk about how we show these in number line and how we show another special case. So once again, signing off, Young Gurus Math Tutoring. I've got the solution to your math problems. Also, take a look at my website, www.younggurusmathtutoring.com. See you later.